pay attention to this thing in hopes that once we did this little program with our, starting with 30 and ending up with 11, and we had the top winning prize was $18,000 that they could actually use for investing in the business. And we thought that we could convince the mayor that take this competition model and use it was vibrant. These are the little markets and shops and stuff that were in the neighborhood. There were people like this who owned their little businesses and just had no clue as to what they were going to do once they had to vacate their properties. And what was interesting about this for me was going living in these big new developments. And so these were the 11. And then so we selected a winner. It was a person that provided that had a tofu company. And one of the things that they ended up doing was kind of shifting their whole model from the home base and really kind of going their exchanges, register them on the board, and whether they wanted to receive something or they could give something. And it was a very rudimentary process. And we also had a little library in there about as much stuff as we could find. A senior housing program that was nearby. What we wanted to do, we never quite got to the point that we could do it in a way that we could measure the success of it, but we tried to have 25 students, or around 25 students or so from Amherst College, and 25 or so people from the senior housing as our core members, but other people which they can take into account the fact that I might have been babysitting somebody's children in my neighborhood, all week, but it didn't count. And so what we're trying to do now is we're trying to upgrade the process that we're using and develop a touchscreen process in which we could set it up, start to allow them to kind of clock in their volunteers. Not only just that he cook barbecue and stuff for events and things that we have around, but also just branding his image in which he could sell these products and start to supplement his income. And so he does large events, and even just there are days in which he just kind of shows up with his application based on the model. But we were faced with this situation here. This was the neighborhood that he is supposed to redevelop. About 25 blocks of, these are all like 3 to 5, 6-story buildings. That's really fairly occupied, but in a 5-year